actually learning to today recognise the Kai words that we know.
We've developed a human rights community development approach to building capacity in local communities, and this is very much an approach that Māori communities are comfortable with, and it's focused very much on building skills, adult education skills, but with a human rights content. And the starting point is, what are the issues for you and your community? Beyond that, we've now developing our Māori staff members with Māori communities are developing a program that's called Te Hono, which is very much about providing Māori communities with an opportunity to explore how the human rights standards that we articulate today, how they relate to Māori tradition, culture and customs, and where they can be found in past Māori history. Well, our partnership with the Philippines Human Rights Commission came about actually through state visits by the then Prime Minister of New Zealand, Helen Clark, to the Philippines, and a return visit to New Zealand by the then President of the Philippines, Macapagal Arroyo. And Philippines Chief Human Rights Commissioner and I met and discussed whether there was anything we could do, and in the end came up with what has been a very innovative and exciting program. And that is, again, it's a human rights community development program. It's working in 3 Indigenous communities, and it kind of parallels what we've been doing with our Takumanawa program in New Zealand.
So we engage them in consultations, and then in the process, they were able to identify issues affecting their community, like encroachment into their boundary, the poverty, the lack of education, that sort of human rights violations. And then we help them in identifying also solutions to address their problem. After that, we also involved the local government. But when we arrived, there was some kind of resistance on the part of government, because they already have heard about human rights. And the idea is, when you hear the word human rights, there will be filing of cases. Yeah? So we spend time to build confidence. They committed to put up a high school in Salog, in one of the 47 barangays of the municipality. And there was even time towards the end of the project that the community would agree to hold our engagement or activities at the municipal government conference room. So that's a big gain on our part, because that means that slowly the community have gained confidence going into the territory which they used to be a neutral venue for them. I would say that the project has shown us that we have somehow gained our credibility from the Higaunon community. And the number of cases as well from the other tribes, I think they trust us. It has given us an understanding on the values, the culture of the IPs, how things are done with them, and so that helps us, gives us the idea on what should be the role of the NHRI as far as protection and promotion of the rights of IPs.